Hello! Today we are going to build a old cozy cabin. So this is going to be built on the smaller side, and it's just going to be a one-bedroom little cottage, so to say. And it's going to be in this beautiful foresty place. So this is in Moonwood Mill, and it is that little lot where I've bulldozed the house that were there from the beginning and instead built this little cottage that I found while browsing the internet and thought looked very cute. So I tried to accomplish this little look in this video today. So I think it's an old little lady living here, and she's living alone. And well, she has brought in some new furniture and mixed them with older ones that she's had for ages and maybe brought with her from her last house that might have been a little bit bigger, but now I think maybe her husband has passed away and she now lives on her own and had to downsize. And she found this lovely little cottage in the wood and thought that this would be a lovely place to spend the rest of my days and just be at peace with nature and so on. So as you can see, I brought in these green windows. I don't think I've ever used them before, so this is the first time using the green windows. And on the house that I had in my mind when I built this, the one I saw when I browsed around for different little cottages, it was quite a colourful house as well, and it was blue and had like this shingle look, just like this cabin does. So I tried to make it as realistic as possible and tried to make it look like the house in mind. So I, as I said, went with these green windows, and they are the same in the back, so it's these rounded ones and also the square ones, but on that little bump out that is going to be the toilet, I put up another, also a green window, the same color, but that one has a shutter, so you could close the shutter if you maybe felt like someone was peeking in, like a deer or something, because I don't think there are many visitors other than animals to this forest, or not right here anyway. It's quite secluded, so I think she's okay. No one will peek in through the window. And in the front there was just a little sofa where you could sit, and a little table to maybe put down your morning coffee or morning tea. I actually think this little old lady is a tea drinker. That's what I picture when I try to picture in front of me. It's her with a nice hot cup of tea in her hand, sitting outside in the morning watching the sunrise and hear all the birds. So yeah, that's what I was picturing happening on this little front porch. And this is the only porch to the house. There's nothing in the back since the house is scooted quite far back, so there will just be plant galore on this little lot, so that it feels even more secluded. So I tried to use these flower boxes, but yeah, they didn't really fit. So I tried to place them, but they were not hitting the window. They weren't staying close to the house. They were a bit away. So I tried to scoot them, and I tried to mix and match, and not mix and match, but I tried to do a lot of things to get them to stick to the window, but they just wouldn't. So as you can see, I changed the one on the bottom floor because that was the hardest one to try to get to stay where I wanted it. And later on, one of the boxes above will change also. I will get rid of it and put in some wisteria there instead. So here is me trying to fill up this lot with some bushes and trees and grass and other things to try to make it look like, well, she isn't exactly a gardener, so she has just let the nature grow as it wanted to. So yeah, there's a lot of different types of grass and greeneries all over this place, and there will also be some mushrooms, just because they are cute and I think they fit the vibe of a little cottage in the wood. So yeah, that's what we are going through right now, picking out some plants, and here comes the mushrooms, as I said, and they are all over the place as well. So a lot of greeneries. So this took me a little while to figure out how I would place them and what fit together. So I hope you've had a lovely day. It's the middle of the week for me right now when I'm recording this. For you, it will be the weekend. So I hope you have some lovely plans for the weekend. I'm actually going to host a birthday party for my son. He's had a birthday, and this Saturday it's time for his birthday party, and yeah, we're going to take them jumping at a little place where you can jump on trampolines, and then you can rent a party room and yeah, eat some pizza and have some lemonade and yeah, have a good time. So yeah, I hope that they will be excited and that they will have a good time. What are you up to this weekend? Are you doing something fun, or are you just taking it chill? That's well needed sometimes as well. And so if you want to let me know what you are up to, please comment down below and we can share our stories. And as you can see, I'm now finished with the outside and I have moved inside to the little cottage and made a little floor plan. So it's quite easy. It's just a big room where you enter, and that is going to be the whole living space, like the living room and the kitchen and dining and so on. And there's 2 doors off, one on each side. The little room is, as I said, going to be the toilet, and the little bigger room is the bedroom. And I went for this blue counters inside as well. I wanted to bring the blue inside the house. Both the blue and the green is going to be the color scheme for the whole little cabin. And well, there isn't much room, so it's just going to be a 2-seater table, and I scooted over the door to the bathroom just a little bit because I wanted it on the side, just so that I could have room for both the toilet and a shower and a sink. And that's totally possible if you just have the door off to one side. And yeah, as you can see, I try to bring in some of the wood swatches inside as well to bring in the nature. And at first I went for the big TV, and then I realized that that's probably not a little old lady's first choice. don't think that watching TV is her prime enjoyment, so that's not her first choice. So I went for the small one because I still think she wants a TV. I think she wants to watch the news and so on, and yeah, maybe some other little shows. Like we have one in Sweden where I live. We have a show called The Farm, you would probably call it. And they bring in a lot of people who have no experience of living farm life, and they get stuck on this farm together and they have to manage it, and they get different sort of things or assignments to do, like build a fence or make sure there's a chicken coop and things like that to expand this farm. And then they also get to compete against each other, and someone gets to go home every week. Maybe that's a show that she would enjoy watching, something like that. Do you have that concept? Well, now I have many questions. The first one was if you're doing something good for the weekend, and the second one, do you have a concept like that? Do you have a TV show like that airing in your country, like a farm-esque kind of show where you compete in being a good farmer, so to say? Let me know what's it. The name of it is, if you have one. So I went for this little. I think this shelf is from Werewolves also. So it's kind of torn up, and it's like someone have crafted it at home with some leftover planks that were just lying around, and they built this little shelf. And I thought it was a cute thing, like maybe some of her grandchildren, one of them, had made this, crafted it himself and gifted it to her for Christmas or a birthday or so. And she decided to use it and hang it up in her kitchen because she's a lovely grandmother who wants to make her grandchildren happy, and by using their gifts they would probably feel like they've contributed to her. So yeah, I think that's a cute thing, a cute little storyline. And yeah, the main area, the main living room, kitchen, living, dining is complete, and we head on into this little 4-tile big bathroom where I put this old looking shower because I don't think they haven't renovated this house. And as you can see, I scoot the toilet into the corner so that you can go past it and head to the sink. And this sink is actually the one that came with the kitchen. I didn't use it in the kitchen because it would have blocked the window, so I used it in the bathroom instead, making it a bit hard to figure out which mirror I should use because they were all clipping, and this one is also clipping a little bit, but we'll just have to ignore it, okay? Just it's coming out of the sink. It's one piece of furniture, we could say. Yeah. And a little curtain so that reindeer or fox or whatever it is that is walking outside can't see her showering. She wouldn't want to be caught naked after a shower. Even if maybe it's an elk. Who knows? Yeah, scooting the bed into the corner, as I said, it's just her. It's just this little old lady living here, so she ain't going to get into any shenanigans in this room. At least I think she isn't. Who knows? But in that case, they will have to scoot because now the bed is up against the wall, and that left me some room to have a nightstand as well. And I wanted a cozy little chair for her because I think she's a reader. we tea. I'm a tea person, so we usually are. No, I shouldn't say that. Of course, there are people drinking tea who doesn't read a lot of books, but I read a lot of books. So yeah, and this little maybe this little lady is me when I'm old, a tea drinking reader. So I wanted her to have a cozy chair where she could sit and read her books. So she has a little bookshelf just beside the armchair to have her favorite books. And then just a little lantern and of course another book, one on the way of being read that is opened and just by her bed, so she could also read a bit in bed before she falls asleep. And then you need some good lighting, so I'll hang up some lights for her so she can see. And just some paintings on the wall and a little almanac on the wall as well. And yeah, some flower boxes on the outside because that was something that the reference picture had as well. And then I remembered that I have to put in a trash can on the outside and also a mailbox. That's important, otherwise you won't be able to play in the house. So that's what I did. And then I found some little fun things, some things from debugs and some things from the real stuff. And yeah, this is the whole house finished. I hope you enjoyed it and that you enjoyed the screenshots in the end where you can see it up close. Thank you for watching. Bye.